Each year, all vehicles that experience a major redesign or are an all-new vehicle being introduced for the first time are eligible for the highly coveted North American Car and Truck of the Year award. Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Laurel Hess and this is Comcast Newsmakers, taping here at the North American International Auto Show. Our guest today is Michelle Krebs, Senior Automotive Analyst for Edmunds.com. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
We should also mention that you were actually a juror deciding which vehicle would be the ultimate car of the year and the truck of the year, and the vehicles that you voted for came out the winners.
They won, and I got to give the award, which was very exciting.
That's very exciting. Mm-hmm. And so then tell us, for the North American Car of the Year this year, which vehicle won and why?
The winner was the Cadillac ATS. It's a brand new model from Cadillac that goes dead on against BMW 3 Series, which is a very bold move. It's just a fabulous car, great technology, and it's going to be a global car. So we thought that was a bold move. It was breaking new ground, and I think that's why it won.
A lot of people were surprised that it won. It was a little bit of a shocker. Usually it's sort of the more common man's vehicle, if you will, and the luxury brands don't always come out ahead.
Not always, but this is a very affordable luxury car. The other thing that I think happened, we had a really strong field. In the very beginning, we had about 30 cars that were eligible, and we winnowed that list down. And we had a lot of very strong entries in that mid-size sedan segment, things like the Ford Fusion. I think what happened is they canceled each other out because they were all so good. And so the Cadillac really was the standout to be so unique.
So then what does that mean for that vehicle, other than that, they may end up on the front of a few magazine covers with a big old trophy? What else will that help them down the road with sales and that type of thing?
Well, I'm sure that's what they hope for, and we like to, it's sort of our stamp of approval. We like to pick cars that average consumers can buy, even though it's a luxury car. And so it has widespread appeal. That's kind of how we look at it. And the value proposition. Even if it's a luxury car, it's a value in its segment.
And then for the truck of the year, we saw, was it the Ram 1500, and what made it stand out?
Right. Now the Ram 1500 has been around for a long time, and this was just supposed to be a little freshening that Chrysler would do in the middle of its cycle. Well, they decided to put a ton of money in it. They did a new frame, they did new powertrains that are much more fuel efficient. It's just a fantastic truck, and it was a hands down winner.
So no, I know nothing about trucks. You mentioned that it's more fuel efficient from the other vehicles, but you're lining it up against all the other awesome trucks out there that it's competing against, and why is it award worthy?
Well, we also expanded the category to utilities. It's a solid work truck. It got bold styling. It has new engines and transmissions that now allow it to get far better fuel economy, and that's something we're going to see in the truck segment. Even though they're big, typically gas guzzlers, they're going to get a lot better fuel economy. The other thing is we think this is going to be the year of big truck sales, and they are coming at the market at the perfect time.
In years past, have the vehicles that have won these awards gone on to be very successful vehicles with a great amount of sales, or not so much?
Not so much. I mean, we picked the Chevrolet Volt, and I think that was still a brilliant decision because that broke such new ground technologically.
So it doesn't always mean it's a big seller, but certainly breaking barriers.
Setting a new benchmark.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Glad to do it.
Today's Comcast Newsmaker was Michelle Krebs, Senior Analyst for Edmunds.com.